Yesterday I put a poll on X, and the question was, what may give Australians and Australian industry clean, reliable power? And the options were wind, solar and hydrogen, nuclear, hydroelectric, coal and gas. Now nuclear won about 45, wind and solar about 30, hydroelectric 3, coal and gas about 22. You know, if you're ever in Southeast Asia, go down the supermarkets, grab one of these. They're fantastic. You put them anywhere, and when you're sleeping at night, you have them by your bed. And although sometimes they can wake you up because the bugs fly in and some of them get really roasted. It surprised me that nuclear got what it did. I know there's a big argument in Australia about going nuclear and it's clean energy and things like that. And I, for one, I'm not against it, but I don't think Australia needs it. But a lot of countries are going down that path, nuclear, but a lot of countries don't have the coal reserves and the good coal that Australia has. The power stations they build these days are not the power stations of 50 years ago, the coal-fired power stations. They can build clean, high-efficiency coal-fired power stations. They can strip out most of the nasties from the smoke, the CO2, the nitrous oxide, the sulfur, all that sort of stuff. Not 100% of course, most of it. Also, just on a side note, a nuclear facility may become a target in a time of war. And who knows what's happening up in North Asia, and what's going to happen to Australia's economy if there is a war in North Asia. If there's one acronym you might want to remember when it comes to all this climate change, man-made climate change rubbish, and that's CCS. Now CCS stands for carbon capture and storage. You're trying to front run this saying it doesn't work and putting out clips and all that sort of stuff like CCS doesn't work. Now if you ever hear that, if you ever say to someone, oh but we can use CCS, and they just say it doesn't work, always think, in my opinion, but is that really the case? First of all, what experience in the oil and gas industry has that person had to say that? And secondly, well, the oil and gas was trapped down in those formations for millions and millions of years. And to put it simply, all the companies are doing is re-injecting the CO2 back down into those same formations. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Senator Pauline Hanson, who is probably one of the greatest politicians Australia's ever seen, in my opinion, put out a media statement, and at the end of that media statement, the last line that Senator Hanson says is this: I will not let our country and the prosperity of its people be sacrificed to the climate change cult. In my opinion, that just says it all. I mean, Australians are struggling to go down the supermarket and buy a steak. And the politicians, no problem, but the man and woman on the street, this is going to keep playing out. I mean, the power bills in Australia, I can't believe it when I hear about it. And like my apartment here, I was away for about nearly 5 weeks, and me being me, rushing to the airport when I was leaving, I left one of my air cons on in the bedroom, blazing away for nearly 5 weeks straight. The maids found it the day before I come back when they were cleaning the room. I got the power bill from the front desk. I knew it wasn't going to be much because it never is, because these countries aren't stupid with power. And it wasn't even, I don't think it wasn't even $60 Australian. I mean, if that was Australia and you left an aircon on for 5 weeks straight, how much would that be costing you? Net zero, as I said before, I think school kids will study it in 50 years' time, or whatever, and just how everybody got sold on this garbage is incredible. If people want net zero, you can have net zero. You have it in your own home. Turn your power off. Don't have a car. Walk everywhere. If anything comes from the petroleum industry, go fuck yourselves. Don't push it all on us. But thanks for watching, and subscribe, bitches, and see you on the next one.